Hi, I'm Taylor Smurl.
And I'm Tommy Smurl.
And this is
Neat.
This is a mid-election results episode where
the results are unknown.
So I guess all I know to do is make my dad drink Malört. Yeah.
After speaking of it the other day on the podcast, I'm dreading it, but I'm willing to do it.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, it just feels like, I have hope. I'm not going to be negative, but just a little distraction here with my dad suffering the bitter, bitter pain of Jepson's Malört. So we're gonna. Dad's gonna have his shot here. I do want to do a little bit of a rundown. Usually, I go over some info that's on the bottle. I had to sneak my Malört on the plane, like contraband. So I don't have the bottle in front of me.
I hope you left the shampoo in the bottle. It might enhance the taste.
Yeah, no, I thought that would kind of calm it down, mellow it out a little bit. No, this is Jepson's Malört. So we've got two Malörts to taste today. We've got Jepson's and we've also got the Leatherby Basque. So I'm going to be mixing with this. I am going to attempt a Malört cocktail, but I think for the shot, the proper way of drinking Jepson's Malört is just straight. If you have listened to the podcast, you know all about this. To give you a quick review about it, it's an aggressively bitter wormwood spirit originating in Sweden but popularized in Chicago.
And made by a guy who had no taste buds and couldn't taste anything, so he made this crap so that he could taste something. And 90% of it is consumed in Chicago because they hate themselves.
And they're proud of it too, though. I respect that. As a New Yorker, I get that, actually.
I'm gonna drink a shot and I'm gonna punch myself in the head.
Why have two separate motions when you can just do both?
That's right.
All right. So, without further ado, here you go, Dad.
It's like the winning saying, Jepson's, it kicks your mouth in the balls.
I'm gonna save a little bit so I can do a taste test with you, but that's all you.
It looks like a lot.
Well, here, I don't want you to cheers alone.
Say, I'm not complaining.
I'm gonna do I just need to save it for research purposes.
And none of that, you don't want to miss the full effect of my Malört face.
There's that. I can't let somebody cheers alone. It feels wrong. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Here we go. Oh, God.
There you go.
It's still there.
It's gonna be there for a while. It's yours now.
I mean, a Chicago handshake.
So as my father has demonstrated in his pain, one popular way of drinking Malört is as a shot and a beer combo. Usually it's old style beer, but Dad had what he had, which looks like to be a land shark.
Yeah, there was no old style. We couldn't find old style.
So I don't think that's.
We used to have old Milwaukee around here. Yeah. Couldn't even find that. But this was a land shark left over from the beach this summer, so it ought to be about the same as an old style.
I think you just need sort of like any kind of lager will do. Just something.
If anybody offers you a Chicago handshake, that's what they're going to give you.
There you go.
So think twice before you agree to it.
Have you been shook?
It's still in there.
Yeah, it's going to be there for a while.
It's like an entity.
It lives in your mouth now. Malört is like a possessive force. There's like it's kind of a cousin spirit-wise to absinthe. So absinthe has like the green fairy. Malört just has like the Malört demon.
You should enter that as a saying. Malört, it's like a possessive force.
It is. I think they
probably like that.
They like, yeah.
They like those kind of things.
They're not going to like what I'm going to do next because Jepson's Malört has been kind of, their best is a shot. They don't care about being mixed in a cocktail.
They don't want you to mix it in a cocktail.
But I do want to have a little taste test because I do have two. I do have the Leatherby Basque and then the classic Jepson's Malört here. So I would think it would be fun to do a little taste test. I'm going to make you drink more Malört.
I haven't recovered from the first Malört.
All right, well here, I'll just give you a little bit of the Basque to compare.
What?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh.
Just a little bit for me, a little bit for you. Gotta save a little bit for the cocktail.
We don't have enough beer to wash any more down.
Got a whole beer over there.
I know I got lots more beers, but it's still not enough. I've got a case of beer. It's still not enough. What does not kill me makes me stronger. What's worse?
Well, that one's a little higher alcohol, so it does have a little bit more burn to it. I think it's that, like, I think the difference for me is that the Jepson's a little bit more of that citrusy sweetness up front, whereas the Besk is a little bit more of a concentrated, more of a sugary sweetness. So maybe that's why it's a little bit more upsetting.
I tasted no sweetness, only gasoline.
Oh, well, all right.
Maybe a little cleaner in there.
Well, the good news is that's all of the punishing spirits I have for you to try.
Oh, God.
All right. So now that I've tortured my dad, I am going to...
I would love to recommend Malort, but I don't think I can do it with a straight face.
Well, you're not that 1 in 49 men that can drink it. Is that what it was?
No, unless I can get through about 3 or 4 more shots, and then maybe it'd win me over. But I don't think I want to do 3 or 4 more shots.
Yeah, I don't think I want you to do 3 or 4 more shots.
My stomach doesn't want me to do 3 or 4 more shots.
I think it's an acquired taste. I don't know. I mean, I also, I'm not a smoker. I have a pretty sensitive palate, but I love things that are just aggressively there. So maybe this is just, if you're a fan of things like absinthe or like really bitter amaros, I think you could check it out. Chartreuse it doesn't get the same rap, and it's very aggressive. So, that's up to you, but.
Well, with the way 2020's gone, and if you really hate yourself, this would be a way to self-punish. Just get a bottle and drink it. You probably have to order it on the internet.
I don't know how much Malort do you think is being consumed in Chicago?
All of
last night and tonight, right? Because Chicago is blue. No, I could be wrong.
Yeah, strong union ties.
All right. Well, I'm sure that there's a lot of native Chicagoans are drinking a lot of Malort.
I still taste it. It's on the back of my tongue. Was it Aquavelva?
No. But we do have aquavit in our next drink.
That's not the cologne, though, right?
No, you didn't drink cologne. I would not serve you cologne on this episode.
It might have tasted better. At least I'd have had good breath.
I think Malort smells pretty good. That was the nose. I think I've always just been so encompassed by dread that I've never paid attention to it. It's wormwoody. So, all right.
Wormwoody woodpecker.
That's a joke. So.
Or an attempted one.
I liked it. Wormwoody woodpecker. The world's on fire. Who knows? The thing about Malort, like we said, not famously mixed with. A lot of people kind of as a joke say it shouldn't be mixed with. I'm still going to try. But in the past, I will say the way that I've mixed Malort is to try to make it a subtle accent on a drink that doesn't have a Malort focus. I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to make a drink that props up Malort, that represents sort of the history of Malort, backs up the flavors of Malort. I wanted to really make a drink that celebrates the bitter, floral, woodsy notes of Malort, the citrusy grapefruitiness, and not shy away from it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. It's not going to be for everybody, but I was pretty happy with the results.
It's got to be better than the shot.
I think it is better than the shot. Jepson's going to call me a communist again.
Don't anybody tell them that Taylor did this.
Yeah, Jepson's Malort has already ridden my ass on a. So for this drink, what we're going to basically do is we're going to use a decent pour of Malort. We're going to use a ½ ounce of Malort. I'm going to use it in sort of a modified Corpse Reviver build, and I want to build around it a lot of other really nice bitter ingredients that are going to bring some sweetness, some acidity, some balance to the drink. Maybe if I use the Corpse Reviver build, my dad will come back to life. So, of course, as we mentioned, Malort kind of has its same roots as aquavit. So we're going to use aquavit as one of our ingredients. We're going to use an ounce of aquavit to kind of add some citrusy, grapefruity, also some sweeter, more resiny bitterness to it. I'm going to do a mix of aperol and amaro nonino, so a couple bitters involved, and then I'm going to also have lemon juice in there. So a lot of bitter ingredients. Once again, working from home, so I don't have a proper jigger. Everybody see the measurements off this Sydney and Justin, July 1st, 2006 shot glass.
From their wedding.
Yes. So I'm going to do about halfway up with my Besk. About all I have. It's probably a relief to you, right, Dad?
Yeah, otherwise I'd end up doing another one.
All right, I'm gonna do a full ounce of fresh lemon juice.
Fresh lemon juice. You may be better off just to drink the lemon juice.
I'm going to do an ounce of aquavit. An ounce of amaro nonino.
Ounce of amaro nonino.
And then just a half ounce of aperol.
Half ounce of aperol. Just a half. I hope you're taking notes. It'd be hard to remember all this. After the malort reaches you, you'll be done.
Yes, and I will also put the recipe down below in the information. So like I said, my goal is I'm gonna try to build up other complementary bitter aspects to it, but I want this to be a bitter forward cocktail. Thank you.
Ice, maestro.
And I'll explain what my goal is after I see if I've gotten there. Or rather, I'll claim what my goal is based on what I get to make myself look smarter than I am.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't work out, you gotta have a plan B.
This is what I planned all along. Whatever's in the shaker. Alright.
It's still there.
Well, maybe this will help it wash down. And then I'm going to top it with a nice, sweet Belgian wheat beer. It's going to sort of be a reference to the Chicago handshake, but it's going to have a whole ass cocktail in the glass. And we all need a whole ass cocktail right now. I'm going to try this before we top it.
Get your Swedish and your Belgium going in there together. I think they're somewhere over there in the same
Try
general
that.
area.
Have you been burned?
Oh God.
How do we get so much joy out of this? I don't know, it's like unresolved childhood stuff.
It's better.
Well, so my goal is to try to make something that just approaches grapefruit juice, but is all booze. And I think
It does taste like grapefruit juice. I just don't like grapefruit juice.
it just sort of tastes like very bitter grapefruit juice. You get the fresh citrus from the lemon. The blend of bitters is bringing in a lot of those nice citrus bitter notes. The malort is just kind of creating that like bitter finish. And the aquavit is kind of rounding out. So this is our base. And then we're going to top it with, what do we have? We have Fat Tire. Yeah.
I'm no bartender, but I'll do my best.
You can pour beer. Probably should have garnished this somehow, but I feel like I've already offended Malört enough by mixing with it. I'm not going to go as far
This
as
has got to
garnish
be a
it.
secret.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's got beer in there. So
There's
that's
beer
good.
in there.
Oh, that's much more palatable.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
Right? Kind of just tastes like a grapefruit shandy.
Yeah, it looks refreshing too.
It is refreshing.
That should be like a spring drink.
That's a nice drink.
It is a good
But
drink.
I do think you get the Malört, but it's nicely balanced with everything else going on
It
there.
even made the grapefruit juice taste better.
Yeah. Well, I made alcoholic grapefruit juice, and then I made the grapefruit juice better.
Well,
There we
you
go.
just have to serve that at a brunch.
It's a great brunch cocktail. I mean, it's all booze, so, you know, it's going to be a...
All booze, all the time.
But I actually do, yeah. So I do understand, like, the fear of mixing with Malört, even the kind of audacity of mixing with Malört. But I love a spirit that asserts itself in a drink and kind of directs how a beverage is supposed to taste. Dad is still trying to get the Malört out of his mouth. And I think that few things do that better than Malört. I love Malört. I think in cocktailing, Jepson's, I love you and I respect your opinion, but I think it's it's great on a back bar. It's great in a cocktail.
And Jepson's, I think it's an interesting story. I love having the knowledge, and I hope I never drink you again. Maybe in a cocktail.
All right.
With a beer on the cocktail.
Yeah, get it all in there.
Then you got a winner.
All right. Well, so there we go. I have tortured my father with Malört. This was an important documentation that needed to happen. Hopefully, you all are staying safe and surviving this election week, month.
I'm just going to go back to my room and cry now.
You know what? That's all right.
Not over the election, over the Malort.
Oh, okay. Well, why not both? Why not both? All right. I've been Taylor Smurl,
I've been Tommy Smurl.
and this has been
Neat.